This is a test. Um, I was just watching TED Talks. It's one of the channels I subscribe to on YouTube. It's really awesome. TED is a meeting where they get together some cutting edge people in all sorts of fields. I particularly like the science ones, but they've also got artists and sociologists and economists, and pretty much everybody's out there. But TED Talks is this meeting where they invite them and then they give presentations in front of the community, the TED community. And they've been online for a while now. At first, BMW sponsored it, and you had to go to TED's website, and I went there all the time to watch the videos. Now I think they're still sponsored, but I'm not sure by whom. I never watched the end of the video. The last 20 seconds of the video is the little commercial for their sponsor. But the one I watched today was a guy was giving a presentation on the three ways, not the three ways, on three ways that your brain helps to create meaning when and what they noticed was, I guess the last year they had done some project where these two artists made 600 sketches. And they were able to get, these sketches were supposed to sort of commemorate things that had happened throughout the year. And people who were viewing the sketches were able to get them. They were able to really connect with what the sketches were about. And so then this year they were looking at why was that true? Why were these sketches so potent at conveying the meaning the artist had intended? And they were particularly focused on the visual part of it. And they noticed, looking into cognitive psychology and the way where signals go when they enter the brain, what parts of the brain process it. They were noticing these things, and they were talking about three areas of the brain. One is the ventral stream, which is an area along the side of the brain, most likely on either side. In fact, I'm almost entirely sure it's on either side. And then what the ventral stream does, that area of the brain, let me go back a bit. I'll go just the same way he did in the presentation. When you see, the light enters your eyes, impacts on your retina, it's translated into an electrical current, or an electrical signal, that's what I wanted to say. An electrical signal that then enters your brain. And it goes all the way to the back of your brain, to the primary visual cortex. And the primary visual cortex only sees general shapes. It's not, it's the primary visual cortex, but it should be like the most rudimentary of visual aspect cortex. It then relays signals to the various other parts of your brain in order to get meaning out of what you're seeing. And then the ventral stream is the area of your brain that assigns names to objects. You see a chair, the ventral stream is what says chair. You see a picture hanging on the wall, the ventral stream is what says picture and wall. Then there is the dorsal stream, which is sort of at the very top back of your head. And that is the area that creates a mental map for you. And so the guy gave the example, if you look at the stage here, the dorsal stream is what creates a mental map of where all these objects are. If you then close your eyes, and you can point out where the different things on stage are. You can point out where I was standing. You can point out where the projector has been set up. You can point out where there's a chair over there in the back. And that's what I'm testing here real quick, now that we're 4 minutes into the video. I am going to test my ability to type with my eyes closed. And even just to help some more, I'm going to take my glasses off. I type very well not looking at the keyboard. The question is, how well will I type with my eyes closed and not getting visual feedback from the monitor where I can see the words being typed up? And ooh, man, I keep hiccuping. I'm going to use and it's a silent hiccup too, the kind where it doesn't make a noise but it hurts. I'm going to type something that I used to type in my keyboarding class in high school, and that is the animal fair. So I'm going to close my eyes, and you're just going to have to trust me. Oh, I went to the animal fair. The birds and beasts were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon was combing its auburn hair. You ought to have seen the monk. It sat on the elephant's trunk. The stop there. Elephant sneezed and fell on its knees. But what became of the monk? The monk. The monk. Alright, opening my eyes now. And even without my glasses on, my gosh, that looks bad. Oh, I went to the animal fair. The birds and beasts were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon was combing its auburn hair. It should have an apostrophe there. No, it shouldn't. What am I talking about? Possession. Combing its... Nope, that's it is, so it shouldn't have it. Good, I'm good. Never mind. You ought to have seen the monk. It sat on the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed. I was pretty sure I had an extra backspace I needed there, and fell on its knees. But what became of the monk, them unk? What became of them unk? I'm not sure. I used to type this with my eyes open, sitting up in a proper typing posture. I could type this as fast as you speak it. Oh, I went to the animal fair. The birds and beasts were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon was combing its auburn hair. You ought to have seen the monk. It sat on the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell on its knees. But what became of the monk, the monk, the monk? It's a children's song. But I was able to type it that fast. I probably still could get close to that fast. I'm very happy that I have 1, 2, 3, only 4 errors out of this. And according to the word count, that is 58 words. 4 out of approximately 60 is, what's that, 1 out of 15 error? 15 goes into 100, 2, 4, 6, almost 7 times. Oh well, we'll just open up the calculator. I was 4 out of 58 wrong. So I got almost 7% of it wrong. 93% right. Wow, this is a very long video, and I have accomplished nothing of interest to anybody but myself. I don't care, though. This is important to me. Bye.